Just how safe is your child's school? Well, it's not that easy to find the answer, but News 3 did the work for you. Anchor mom Sue Manteris has a series of reports, starting with the most violent elementary schools here in Clark County.
We looked at accountability reports that every public school is required to file with the Nevada Department of Education. We took that data and compared the schools to each other, and here's what we found. Edna Hinman Elementary comes in 5th with 7 cases. George Harris and William Bennett Elementary Schools are tied for 3rd place with 9 each. Number 2 is Ollie Detweiler Elementary with 13 cases. And at number 1 with 14 students suspended or expelled, West Prep Academy.
They're singing Good Morning and Welcome at the only public school in Clark County teaching French to elementary school children.
Well, there's other ones that do the dual language with Spanish, but about 60% of my kids already spoke Spanish, so I decided to go with French.
It's just one of the reasons Principal Mike Barton is proud of his students and staff. The song says, I'd like to get to know you, and we wanted to get to know this school, West Prep Academy. It's a school of choice. The kids had to win a lottery to get a spot here. It's the only public school in urban Clark County with elementary, middle, and high school students all on one campus. And as we informed Principal Barton, West Prep Elementary has this unwanted distinction.
For the elementary schools, West Prep Elementary, you're the top of the list up there, violence to other students in 2009, 2010. So how do you explain the numbers?
Well, those numbers, you know, when it says violence to students, that could be a young man could have gone up to a young lady or vice versa and pulled her hair. You know, that, and here's the deal, we're going to put it out there. If it happened, we're going to report it.
According to the accountability report, West Prep suspended or expelled 14 students last school year for violence toward another student. That puts West Prep in the red zone as one of the most violent schools in Clark County, down to the blue schools with only 1 suspension or expulsion. The majority of schools in gray did not suspend or expel any students, but that may not mean these schools are violence-free.
But some schools may not do a suspension for a bullying incident. It could be in-house suspension, it could be detention, it could be some other consequence.
So is it fair to look at these numbers, these accountability reports as a parent, and try and determine which school your child will go to?
It's an accountability report. It does show fact.
When we took all the reports and did the math, we found the district average is 0.7 suspensions or expulsions per school for the 2009-2010 school year. According to that measure, West Prep is 20 times more violent than the average Clark County school.
If I was a parent and I was looking at these reports and I saw the number of violent incidents at West Prep Academy, I don't know if I'd want my child to come here.
Sure. All I would say to a parent that showed that concern or expressed that concern is I would say we report the data as we see it.
Let's go, people. Time's up.
One person who really sees what's happening at West Prep is security monitor Tony Reyes.
Do you see any bullying or anything?
Not on this campus. This is actually one of the best schools I've worked at. I've been in the district for 20 years. This is probably the best school I've worked for so far, but it has to do with the administration we have here.
When I first came on board, I was dealing with, on a daily basis, gang issues. I was dealing with fighting.
Barton took over a struggling school in a tough part of town 5 years ago. He works closely with Metro Police, who are less than a block away.
What did you do?
Well, we bring in good resources. We have a great school police officer who's stationed here. We also did some programming with the Federal Department of Justice to do some gang prevention.
2, 4, 6.
And just like these students, that administration is paying close attention to the numbers.
Is our number still too high? Absolutely. Do we have things in place this year that we want to try to get that number lower? Yeah, but at the same time, we're not going to underreport. If it happened, and we need to report it.
And Principal Barton says his goal is to cut disciplinary incidents in half this school year. He says besides looking at those accountability reports, parents should talk to administrators and teachers and tour a school to get more perspective.
All right, Sue, thank you. We've put our results for every elementary school in Clark County on mynews3.com, and we'll bring you our results for Clark County's middle schools on News 3 next at 6.